recent opinion piece in the Wall Street Journal sharply criticizes the Los Angeles Dodgers for its decision to honor a transgender group that openly mocks the Catholic faith. Matthew Hennessey says in part, quote, "Everyone is already welcome at the ballpark. It feels un-American to force-feed culture war politics alongside the Peanuts and Cracker Jack." And the author of that piece joins us now. Matthew Hennessey is an opinion columnist at the Wall Street Journal. Matthew, great to have you on today. We appreciate it. A lot to discuss, but first, I'm curious why you felt the need to write the story and what has been the response so far.
Well, I wrote the story because I was outraged, not because I'm a Dodgers fan, although I am a baseball fan. What they elected to do in the first place by inviting that group to their annual Pride Night, I thought was ill-considered, and they rightly rescinded the invitation after Catholics in Los Angeles, California, and the rest of the country objected. The Archdiocese of Los Angeles issued a very strong statement at that time. And then when they elected to rescind the rescindment and re-extend the invitation to the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, it seemed to me like a naked capitulation to a group that is very clearly and unabashedly their purpose is to mock Catholic faith. They're not shy about it. They express that openly. So I was offended as a Catholic, and I thought that there were probably many like me, and so that's why I wrote that piece. Turns out there are many like me. The leaders of the Catholic diocese in California have led on this, but other bishops have been very vocal, calling for a boycott of the Dodgers. And so, in the last week or so, we've seen the hardening of some positions, but we've seen a couple of interesting developments in that, a Dodgers pitcher, a very prominent player, Clayton Kershaw, came out and said he was not pleased with his organization's decision. At least one other pitcher on the Dodgers has come out and said in no uncertain terms that he doesn't support their decision to honor this group. And so we'll see in the next, it's 2 weeks until this actual event takes place on June 16th. And we'll see if there's more players who develop a case of courage in that time.
Yeah. And what do you think about their reaction? And also, the reaction so far from the faithful and church leaders over all this?
Well, we've gotten a lot of letters at the newspaper, siding with us or siding with me, condemning the Dodgers for doing this. It seems like these organizations are under so much pressure from LGBT groups and woke activists to do this kind of virtue signaling. A common sense approach to this is to say, look, it's a ball game. These are baseball teams. These are sports teams. Can they not just play sports? Can we not just come to the ballpark and forget about the culture wars for a few hours, or watch the game on TV with our kids without having to have this stuff thrown in our face? And the answer to that from them is, well, listen, gay people can be baseball fans too. To which I say, nobody said any different. As I said in the piece, the game is available to everyone. Anyone can come buy a ticket and watch the game. You don't have to be straight, gay, or anything. And it's not part of that's not written on the ticket that the game is only for certain people. So the beauty of baseball is its democratic aspects. Anyone with a bat and a ball can play. Anyone with 3 or 4 hours that they want to kill can go to the game. It's unfortunate that the sports that we all love have become so suffused with all of these political questions.
Yeah, we're almost out of time, maybe about a minute or so left, Matthew, but I'm curious, how do you see this all playing out, with the Dodgers?
Well, if I had to guess, I would guess that the game goes on as scheduled and the event goes on as scheduled, and then everybody forgets about it for a year. Unfortunately, that's the way these things always go. As many have pointed out, if they were mocking any other group, there would likely be serious repercussions economically. People would stop buying tickets, would stop going to the game. But since it's Christians, since it's Catholics, you'll get a general sense that it's okay, that this is, as my colleague Gerard Baker said, this is like one of the last acceptable prejudices.
Yeah, we're going to leave it right there. Matthew, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it.